Now I'm on the wrong screen for the.
She's just a lonely girl who's sick and tired of being alone. She does her best to paint a fairy tale to see where it goes. Her time is running out. Time is running out. The clock is
Let's get
What is up, guys? Another slow what is this bulb above my head? Get that out of here. Another slow start. Yeah. Another slow start to Versus. Man, we're having technical difficulties. I don't know what was going on, but we got it fixed. And here we are. We've got one of the most epic shows ever. Before I tell you what that is, hit that subscribe button, people. Ow! Yeah. Subscribe. We know. What the hell is this show that you're making us watch? Well, I'm making you watch this. Maybe. Stand By Me versus Goonies. Two of the most epic kid adventure movies ever. Two of the worst directors in history, Richard Donner and Rob Reiner. Just kidding. Dude, it didn't get better than that. And to talk about it, to decide who the ultimate kid adventure movie is, I've got my trusty cohort, not my sidekick, my cohort, my saluting cohort, Curtis Baker. CB3, how you doing, Curtis?
I am doing great.
Yes.
For anybody who doesn't know, it is hurricane season here in Texas. We haven't gotten a lot of hurricanes, but that doesn't mean we don't have these giant freaking electric storms over our heads like nonstop. So forgive us for the technical difficulties. We were ready and raring to go on time for this one.
Yeah, we were ready. Like, dude,
Yeah.
we were actually got prepped for this yesterday. I was ready to go. I woke up. I jumped out of bed like, we're doing Versus today. It's going to be a good show. I sang it just like that. And it is going to be a good show because here we are. So before we get going, let's talk to the people in the chat and see who all's here. We've got a few people in there. What's up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for patiently dealing with us restarting.
Yes,
we had to restart the stream 3 times. A little view of what's going on behind the curtain. That's right. That's right, behind the curtain.
Yeah. We're back here counting all this money, and we lost count a few times. And
That's right.
Like,
Let's see. I worry about you guys when I hear Texas gets slammed by Mother Nature.
we do.
We do quite a bit. It's you know, but we're used to it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we're kind of used to it. So our cities are built for it.
Yeah, or not, but yeah. Yeah. Well, let's
not that cold stuff. Not that cold
not
stuff. Get
that
cold
cold.
stuff out of here.
Yeah, you keep that. You keep behind the Curtis. Oh yeah, see what's happening behind the Curtis. See what you did there. Just a disco ball, guys. Just a disco ball. Man, 2 of the greatest movies ever. When I think about my childhood, I used to go stay over at my grandparents' house every once in a while, and we had a neighbor down the street, Lawson Pawson. If you're listening,
You made that up.
That
You
no,
made
it's
that
real.
up. That's
And then yeah. And then he had I think his mom remarried and was lost. I shouldn't even out the name. I shouldn't even said that. We don't do names here, but the last name of the stepfather rhymed also, so it was like a triple. I was like, wow. But me and Lawson, we used to watch movies all the time, and there was like, I feel like we would go over there and I'd watch like Phantasm, and then we'd watch like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street, and then some other crazy movie, and I feel like every time I stayed the night over at my buddy Lawson's, we would watch movies. And then we'd have slumber parties in like the 3rd grade. We'd have a whole bunch of people over. And I remember at my friend Jeremy's house, we watched Goonies. And that's one on here. And I remember being at the lunchroom in school in junior high and talking about like the most gruesome thing we'd ever seen. And that's the leech scene in Stand By Me. Where it's a bunch of boys talking like, dude, he got a leech on his balls, and it's like, oh my god, the horror and the horror communicated in this movie. It's like, oh my god, and it's like such a huge movie for me as a kid. just a lot of it. Look, these movies are great. They're iconic movies. Do you have like huge memories of these movies for you? Because when we talked about doing this and it came up, I was like, I don't know. These are two different vibes, but they're also not. You know what I mean? And I didn't know which. I didn't know ahead of time which one would win. And luckily, our grading system is completely ridiculous. So whoever wins, it doesn't matter because these are both winners. You know,
based on science. I mean, we can't fight science. Yeah, like I do, like. So I had this. I had a neighbor named Burgle Schmergle, and I would go over to Burgle Schmergle's house. No, but I honestly, after rewatching these movies, I really think so. We all know that Stand by Me was, or well, if you don't know, Stand by Me was based on a Stephen King wrote the novella, and it's basically based on his childhood. Different memories he has and stories he heard and stuff like that. Like after rewatching these, I really think that Steven Spielberg or whoever it is that wrote the Goonies, I've got IMDb right here. I can look it up. But read Stand by Me and was like, "This is such a great story. We could make this a movie." And they're like, "But nobody's going to see this. Instead of looking for a dead body, let's have them look for pirate treasure."
Well,
And then make it a family comedy. Like,
I just looked it up. The screenplay was written by Chris Columbus. So I think Christopher Columbus was exposed to a lot of pirates. I'm just going to throw that out there.
True. Yeah.
So
Hey-o.
and it's based on a story by Steven Spielberg. So this is a story by Steven Spielberg that
he read Stand by Me, or The Body is what the Stephen King
right.
novella is called, and he was like, "This is a great story. We need to tell this story." Because there are so many crossover characters, crossover feels, crossover things, and it's like we've talked about before. It's like Hollywood was like, "This is a great script. Well, we can make like 6 different movies out of it." Like it's like they did that. Like they were like, "We're going to make the serious, Stephen King movie," and they're like, also like, "Hey, let's make this fun family pirate romp thing going on." Because it like. Vern is basically Chunk, dude. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, there and the characters cross over, the feelings cross over. It's a coming of age. They're both coming of age stories. It's they have the same feel at the same time. Like you're right, they're tonally different, just very different. I didn't notice that until watching it again older. When I was a kid, I remember it being more of a comedy because it's like kids are sitting around cussing at each other and saying funny stuff. And, you've got lard ass. Like I remember Stand by Me being much more of a comedy. Like watching it now, it's like, man, these kids are going through a lot.
It's a lot darker. It is a lot darker as an adult.
It is a lot. I never got that feel before. It's weird.
I think it's because like watching it as a kid, these kids that we're watching as kids, they're smoking and saying bad words and they're saying bad words. So we're like seeing that and we're like, whoa, these guys are cool. Like,
exactly.
And like, that's what they did in the 50s.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Yeah. But it's weird. It's definitely weird to go back and a lot of these movies we've been doing on this show are movies that I grew up with and we'll rewatch them. And it's weird because my perspective is completely different than when I was a kid, pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Well,
what do you guys in the chat think? Have you guys do you guys appreciate these movies from your childhood? Like I noticed a great amount of feedback from the internet when I posted these thumbnails for this video this live stream on Twitter and Facebook. People that don't even usually comment. They see Goonies and Stand by Me and they're like, "Oh, we have to comment on this." Like everybody was, and I'm like, "Hey, don't give me your favorite. Don't tell me who's going to win. Why don't you just tune into the show?" That's what Curtis was saying. And I'm like, "Absolutely, you're absolutely right." My phone's been blowing up all day. I always post like the day before the thumbnail for the show, and all day I've been getting comments and stuff.
It's like, don't sing it, just bring it.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. We got Dave Keel, Metal Dave, drummer for Riddler Kids, in the house. A Stand by Me for me. I was a little too old for Goonies. And then we got Chris Klink, also in the house. two of my favorite people on the stream, along with all my other favorite people on the stream. Nah, man, Goonies was fun, happy one. Stand By Me was a sad one, even to me as a kid. Chris Klink, I think that's because you're wise beyond your years. I was just a dumb
True.
kid. I couldn't get past
Yeah,
it.
you were like,
Dude, those guys
you
are
know,
smoking.
6 years old, and you were like smoking with them. They're like fucking pussies, smoking filters.
Yeah. Oh, we got
Oh my
Natchet Taylor
God.
here in the house. Dude, this is a
Wow.
good show. We got Stand By Me
Unbelievable.
versus Goonies. We've got a bunch of friends in the chat. We got Mel, Natchet, Dave, Chris. What? This is a fun one. Both were amongst my favorite movies, 100%. But even young Clink saw the tragedy.
True.
Yeah. Hi, Dave. Yes, we got a whole bunch of fun action in the chat. You guys keep chatting it up, talking to each other, and me and Curtis are gonna get on with the show because we got a lot of ground to cover. So yeah. So first up, we got Stand By Me. That's right, Stand By Me. Fantastic movie. Goonies. Fantastic movie right here. All right. Let's talk about the cast. All right. We're gonna get into all of the cast.
You want me to,
And let's do the synopsis. Well, then we'll get into the questions. How about that? I'll do the synopsis for Stand By Me, and you can do Goonies. So, do you have that pulled up?
let's see. Yeah, it's tiny, but
All
yeah.
right. Stand By Me is a 1996 American coming-of-age film directed by Rob Reiner. It is based on a Stephen King 1982 novella, The Body, and the titles derived from a song by Ben E. King. That's that. And I have Goonies up if you want me to jump on to the next one. Or do you got that?
I've got the IMDb one, and it says a group of young misfits called the Goonies discover an ancient map and set out on an adventure to find a legendary pirate's long lost treasure. However, I googled another one real quick because that's terrible. An old-fashioned yarn about a band of adventurous kids who take on the might of property of a developing company which plans to destroy their home to build a country club. When the children discover an old pirate map in the attic, they follow it into an underground cavern in search of lost treasure, but they come up against plenty of dangerous obstacles along the way. Better.
Yeah,
But
that's way
still.
better.
Now, IMDb gives Goonies. Oh my God, where'd he go? A 7.7 out of 10. Okay, this is IMDb. This is not me. Stand By Me has an 8.1 out of 10. So out of the gate, according to IMDb,
It's
Stand
superior.
By Me's got a little bit of a lead. Now we got to talk about a whole bunch of other things because they're just going on preference and blah blah blah. But
Well, I'm gonna do some Stand By Me trivia real quick, and then while I'm pulling that up, you can pull up some Goonies trivia.
absolutely.
All right. Stand By Me. After director Rob Reiner screened the movie for Stephen King, he noticed that King was visibly shaking and wasn't speaking. He left the room upon his return, told Rob Reiner that the movie was the best adaptation of his work that he'd ever seen. That's pretty
believe
cool. You got one
believe it.
for Goonies?
When the rocks were falling from the cave ceiling, Ki Hu Kwan screams, "Holy SHIT!" He said he spelled the expletive because his mother made him promise not to use any bad language in the film. So
Check this out. Kiefer Sutherland claimed that in an interview that in one of the locations of the film, the Renaissance Fair was being held, and the cast and crew attended and bought some cookies. Unfortunately, the cookies turned out to be pot cookies. And 2 hours later, the crew found Jerry O'Connell crying and high on the cookies somewhere in the park. That's the best shit I've ever heard.
it had to be Vern. It had to be Vern. This is what I love about practical effects. For I'm an old guy, but I love practical effects. The pirate ship in Goonies was entirely real. All shots were filmed in the ship. After the film, it was offered to anyone who would take it. No one wanted it, so the ship was scrapped. Can you believe that? Unbelievable.
Let's see.
You could own the Goonies shit. They just were going to give it to you. Just put it somewhere. Nope, nobody wanted it.
In an interview by Stephen King. Oh, in an interview by Stephen King in the special features section of the DVD, he reveals that the scene with the leeches, which was straight from his novella, actually did happen to him when he was a child. Wow.
Oh man.
Yikes.
Let's see.
We'll do two more and then we'll jump into game time.
This is actually pretty impressive for practical effects. The bats were made of crumpled black pieces of crepe paper that were shot out of an air cannon. That's pretty impressive.
To keep in character off camera, Kiefer Sutherland often picked on Will Wheaton and River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell, which is pretty awesome to think of Kiefer Sutherland just being a dick on set. That's pretty hilarious. Well, but before we put everybody to sleep with all of this trivia, let's jump into, unless you got one more, let's jump into game time.
Let's go. There's literally pages and pages.
There's pages of it, yeah.
And so digging through it, yeah.
All right.
Welcome, EJ. Welcome.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, EJ? That's Wesley Crusher, Natchet. Get the name right. All right. Points. You know how the game goes, guys. Points. Stand By Me has pies. Goonies has pirate flags. They each start with 1 point. Why? Because it helps me with the production. So
they made it on the show.
Yes.
No. It's an honor to be on the show. And so they each get a point for being on the show.
And it's also because everyone's a winner on Versus. So we both start with 1 point, and now we're going to go into all of our we have a very, very scientific. Hey, dude, you're getting kind of close over here. We got a very scientific method for judging and deciding which movie is superior. And so we're going to get into it, starting with just a basic question. Best cast. Who has the best cast out of Goonies and Stand By Me? That is a super hard question to ask. I mean, what the hell? I'm gonna
ready.
Yeah. Well, so far it seems like you've got Goonies going, and I'm gonna Stand By Me's River Phoenix, Will Wheaton, Jerry O'Connell, Corey Feldman, Kiefer Sutherland, Richard Dreyfuss, John Cusack, Casey Simet. I don't know who that is. Just off of what I've mentioned so far, that's like one of the most epic casts ever in the history of movies.
It really is, until you compare it with Sean Austin, Josh Brolin, Ki-Hugh Kwan, Corey Feldman, Ann Ramsey, Throw Mama from the Train, Joe Pantoliano, who's been in a lot of stuff, and
Martha Plimpton. That's River Phoenix's ex. You've got.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Maybe you've heard of her.
Robert Davey, you recognize he's one of the Fratellis. You recognize him from a lot of stuff.
Don't forget Jack O'Leary. I don't even know who that is. I'm just seeing him at the bottom.
I'm sure Sam Jackson's in here somewhere. Hold on, let me keep digging. No. I don't know. Like, so with Stand By Me,
This is both casts are fantastic. Like it's hard to determine who is a better cast out of these two movies. You know what? I'm picking Stand By Me. Stand By Me's got you got Kiefer Sutherland and Cusack, who are two of my favorite 80s actors. Richard Dreyfuss,
True.
Mr. Holland's Opus. Come on. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the late great River Phoenix, Will Wheaton, who's Crusher, Jerry O'Connell, who gets the award for the biggest turnaround on physical appearance.
Yeah, biggest comeback. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
like
I mean, yeah, and to be fair, like so on that note, looking at my cast, and I like a lot of these people are very lovable cast members, but Josh Brolin's the only one who I would still call successful. Not, of course, not according to the old people that died, of course, but like of the younger people, Josh Brolin's kind of the only one that still got it going. So for cast wise, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Stand by Me.
I think we're on the same page. And it's Pimpton, not Pimpton.
It's Plimpton, not
or Pimp Don. Does that say Pimp Don? Plimpton,
that's the name
not
of it.
Pimp Don.
Yeah.
Plimpton. Did I say that right?
Going out to Pimpton with Plimpton.
Plimpton.
That's the new Voodoo Booty track.
Voodoo Booty.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Voodoo Booty next week. Going out to Pimpton with Blimpton. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Blimpton, even better.
All right, we get our first point. Stand by Me gets a point. What?
Blimp. That's right. Blimpton got the booty, but she ain't got no cooties.
Oh shit, that's over here. There we go. Getting a point here. Got a pie cooking for Stand By Me. So we got 2 against 1 now. Now we can get.
Thank you. It is Aston. It is Sean Aston, not Austin.
That's right.
Texans,
All right.
you got to forgive us, Mel. You got to forgive us for.
Okay, best acting right here. Boom. Which movie has better acting? Which movie has better acting? That's the question. What do you guys think? You got to help us in the comments. That's how. If we butt heads, you guys are the tiebreaker. So.
And or y'all can overwhelm us too. Like even if we're on the same page, if y'all are all like, no.
I'm already verklempt, man. I'm already overwhelmed.
So again, it kind of depends on what you're looking for in a film. The acting in Goonies is very obviously more comedic and stuff like that. So look, you wouldn't want to leave it down to something like Vern versus Chunk, but this, and we have this, we might talk about this later. It kind of comes down to Corey, like that's the denominator here.
Is he the that's the tipping point for this whole thing is how he acts. His acting.
Well, I don't know, that's because the other people do very well with comedic acting, and then in Stand By Me they do very well with dramatic acting. I don't know, man. Goonies, John Musk. Well, true. Matasuk, check.
Jedi Master EJ, best choreography is a different category. We'll be getting to that later.
Yeah, it's coming, EJ. Don't worry.
And Bobby says more true to life acting. Stand By Me.
So, I mean, and this is going to come up again later, but I would have to go Stand By Me. Getting those kids, because any kid knows how to have fun. To be fair, like kids know how to have fun. Filming something like Stand By Me, I could see. That's true. Sean Astin was a pretty damn awkward, but so was Will Wheaton, and awkward and not in a fun awkward way, but like getting them to play that real life stuff, that and pull it off like that. I mean, that's pretty tough. So I got to go Stand By Me on this one.
I'm gonna agree with you and say Stand By Me also. So we got another point for Stand By Me so far. This is getting tough for Goonies, but don't worry, guys.
Don't worry about Goonies, guys.
If you've never watched the show, these things they tip all the time.
And wifey's just like Goonies. You're too late. I can't.
All day for 1,000. You were too late, wifey. All right. Now we're getting into the next thing. Okay. Which one had better characters? Now this is, for me, characters are interesting. And this is tough because both movies had very interesting characters. You've got like you've got Kiefer Sutherland is the bully bad boy, late teen, and you've got the goofy fat kid in both movies and stuff. But
Yeah.
I feel like for me, Goonies, when you have kids like Data, is a
Right.
character. The Corey Feldman's character, mischievous kid, messing up the translations. You got Sloth. You've got the mom that is kids suck. All these like that. For me, that's more over the top. When I think characters, I think over the top, like the guy in Office Space who wants to burn down the building. I think of over the top character that like movies like Napoleon Dynamite and Office Space are just like super characters. So when I think of Stand By Me, it's more real and more true to life. So that doesn't mean there's not good characters, but for me, the movie as a whole, basically Goonies, based off of the over the top characters that are in that movie. So that's my reason for my vote for Goonies. So how about you?
I would say pretty much the same thing. So again, I think these are kind of based off somewhat of the same narrative. I would say Josh Brolin and River Phoenix fit the same mold as the older brother character. Even though River Phoenix is not his older brother, but he kind of plays that. I would say Chunk and Burn obviously play the same character. And you could technically say that the Fratelli Ma and Ace play the same character just as a villain. Blah blah blah. You could, but there in Stand By Me, there, like you said, there's no Data, there's no Sloth, there's no, it's this is a Goonies all the way.
All the way, dude.
The chat.
Everybody agrees.
Even if we decided not to, the chat's gonna.
Y'all would overrule our votes, even if we both voted for Stand By Me. All right, so let's get a point for Goonies. About time, Goonies. Yeah. All right, points. All right. Goonies coming back. We're coming back, Goonies. Don't worry, guys. Goonies gonna be making a big.
This could be this might be the closest one we've ever done. I mean, this is gonna be. Yeah.
Boom. All right, got our flag there. Now back to the game. Oh, I'm gonna skip the normal questions because I want to.
Welcome, Angie Hamberry.
Hey, Angie, how you doing? She's like Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Let's do. And guys, we have some treats for you on this one. We got some clips on this show. We've been introducing clips, which is exciting for me. I'm excited about all the clips. So, which means I need to get something ready here real quick. Okay. Best kitchen scene. Why is that? Why are you in front of that? Well, that needs to be. Oh, this needs to be in front of you, Curtis.
No, we keep us together. Don't separate us.
No, I'm never gonna let you go. I gotta get this. It needs to just be at the top of the list at all time. Just there we go. All right.
I just want to email Van Damme and be like, "Do you like pina coladas?"
I just want to email Van Damme and be like, all right. Now let's get into the. How about? Yeah, let's do this. This movie had a character you hated so much that it nearly ruined the movie. That's a red question. Guys who don't know, red questions, you can lose a point with a red question. That is a negative thing, negative win. You don't want a negative win. I didn't have that on either movie, so I don't even have a vote on this.
Really? I'm trying to think. I don't know if I did.
Because even people that you hated, like the mom and were perfect characters. Like both of these movies are like perfectly done. There was no Joffrey in these movies.
I will say it doesn't fit into this category, but River Phoenix's brother, who was Ace's number one toady in Stand By Me.
Yeah, he kind of
I
sucks.
did like. It's like that's still your little brother, dude. Like you still like. But I didn't hate him to where it ruined the movie. So yeah, this is. I'm gonna go tie.
Let's go draw and let's get to some good stuff. Like
All right.
best story. Who had the best story? Now, I'm going to say the best story wasn't either of these movies. The best story was in the story, which was...
And before Bill Travis knew it, he was covered with 5 pies worth of used blueberries. Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits. A complete and total barforama.
Yeah! That was the best story. It was within the story, and so I'm going to pick Stand By Me for best story because it wasn't the best story. It was a best story inside of a story. That's my vote.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
That's my vote. And if I wasn't cheating, I think I would still have to pick a story written by Stephen King.
That's the like
best story.
Goonies was very good. We're going to talk about plot holes in a little bit. Goonies is still spectacular, but best story based on no. I was going to say anything based on Stephen King is going to be great. That's not true at all. But this was a very good adaptation of a Stephen King novella, and it's overall a very, very good story. I got to go Stand By Me.
Stand By Me here too. So when you ask the question, best story?
A complete and total barforama.
That's right. All right, let's get some points in here for Stand By Me. All right. Oop. Back to the hotel. All right, let's see here.
Hotel everybody.
All right.
Hotel everybody.
Who had the best music? Oh boy.
So I was gonna. Dang it! I don't want to get Stand By Me to get that far ahead.
Well,
but
let's
go ahead.
Let's not forget Cyndi Lauper.
No, and that's amazing. Like that.
How do you discount Cyndi Lauper? Yeah.
Yeah, and the score is overall good. It fits very well, but the magnitude and the quantity of just good, 50s music that they put in Stand By Me.
Dude, I'm a huge. I'm with you, Angie. Cyndi Lauper all the way, all day for 1,000. Except the first thing, and I'm in the middle of recording a version of Rockin' Robin. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Like I'm in the middle of recording that. First thing that happens when I started the movie, Rockin' Robin pops up.
Yeah.
You got Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back. You got all these amazing, iconic 50 songs, and I'm a real sucker for all of that.
Doo-wop and
all of that. Love it. So as much as I think any other movie, I would be like, whatever, dude, Cyndi Lauper's badass. She wins. On this one, I'm going to have to give it again to Stand By Me. And I don't like the big lead that Stand By Me is getting, but I have a feeling it'll come back. So,
we've got a question here for you, Bakes. If Kiefer Sutherland was not available, who do you think they would cast as the villain? Just curious.
Oh, who could they cast as the villain? That era. I don't know. Charlie Sheen would be perfect.
Ooh, that actually, that's a good one.
He would be perfect. Yeah, and he's got badass 50s rock and roll hair enough in a young age and enough attitude. I think he could pull it off.
Damn, way to nail it, cuz.
Yeah.
Wait. No. Yeah.
Up high. Yeah.
That just happened.
Oh, yeah.
That just happened.
You guys saw it right here. You saw it. All right.
Okay.
So we got
Oh,
that
feeling
best
better
story.
now. All right.
So did we give the point?
I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna go run.
I don't think I awarded any points. I better
No.
give that point to Stand By Me. 2 against 5, bro. You better catch up.
You know who else might make a good ace?
Who?
John Travolta. I'm
Dude,
just saying.
come on,
He
man.
could have pulled it off.
Let's no way. Yeah, let's do best villain. Speaking of,
Okay. Okay.
who had a better villain? Who had a better villain?
Bam, bam, bam. Hey, come on.
I'm
Another
putting that in there.
villain, eh?
Who had a better villain?
For this one, I gotta go, and we'll talk. I will expound upon this point more when we talk about plot holes. But I gotta go. Go Goonies. Besides the fact that there were 3 of them, they were known criminals. They killed at least 2 FBI guys. I mean, that's more dangerous than the punk kid. So
I'm gonna say for me, and this is what you're trying to say right here.
Kids suck.
Yep. That's what
Indeed.
you're trying to say. What I'm
Indeed.
trying What I'm trying to say is this. This guy,
Okay, I take it back.
douchebag, cigarette to a kid's face. Huge douchebag. He was a giant douchebag.
true, he did put a cigarette to a kid's face, but Mama Fratelli was about to put Chunk's hand in a blender on puree.
That's true.
So
But you didn't send me
and-
that clip, so I didn't.
no, I didn't. I literally have it pulled, but I decided I didn't think about going down that road. And they look like they literally killed at least 2 FBI guys, and like it's, you know,
Well, you're saying Stand By, or you're saying
Goonies. I'm going
Goonies.
yeah.
Natcha Taylor is agreeing with you. Yeah, Fratellis were bad, and then but I've got Bobby, Stand By Me, villain Kiefer. So
Oh.
yeah,
Angie says,
Angie said she dropped her kid more than once. So we're gonna need it.
That's true.
We're locked up. We're locked up right now in a tie. So the first person that sends us.
No, I think Angie broke the tie.
Did she?
Well, yeah, that's Mama Fratelli dropped her kid more
She
than
just
once.
stated a fact. She didn't
Okay, true.
pick one.
Fair-
She just
fair
stated a
enough, fair
fact.
enough.
So the next person that says a movie name, that's Goonies. There you go. For the
Yeah.
Goonies for the win. All right.
Thank you, EJ, for the save.
All right. Points.
And Ace, and well, I'm gonna talk more about Ace in a minute. Don't get me wrong. And
Predator.
never mind. Predator wins. Never mind.
Yeah. Predator always wins. He's Predator. All right. So we got points. Points. Where are you? Points.
He's
There
the
we go.
he's the predator. He goes out with the girls before you do, and then it makes you look like shit because he's like awesome.
Or he
He's
makes
the
you look
predator.
good because he doesn't kill you. You're like, well, you're not as bad as my last boyfriend who killed me.
Yeah,
Uh,
ghost dater or whatever you're doing. Like, this week on Ghost Date because they killed him. You know,
Which movie is better looking? Which movie looked better?
this has got to be Goonies as well. I mean, come on.
Do you think
Stand
so?
by
Do
Me
you
was
think, you think that bad pirate ship, that weird floating pirate ship at the end?
It
The
was
C-
a legit pirate ship. They
the
built a whole
CGI
damn pirate ship.
No,
that
I
they
mean the
tried to
one-
get away.
The CGI when it was floating off at the end.
Well, thank you for picking out one scene. However, overall, it was a very visual film.
It was.
Okay, and it made it looked better. Like
But
Goonies or Stand by Me looked great,
what about
but it didn't have.
recreating the 50s like the way they did?
Nobody's ever done that before, so you got a point.
The Goonies? Goonies with paper mache bats?
And they did. It looked like, I mean, it didn't look like bats, but it looked pretty damn good. Like, you know, like as a kid, I was like, oh, it's bats. Now I'm like, you know, it didn't, you could tell it wasn't real bats, but it looked pretty damn good.
Yes, Dave, they didn't have CGI. That was the joke. You got it. You got the joke.
Get him, Dave. You get him. Take him down.
I'm going to agree with you. Goonies. Goonies is on a comeback, man. Goonies is coming back.
It's a much more visual film.
And the computer graphics are amazing. All right. Let's see here. I better watch it. Dave's going to kill me. Let's see here. How about who had the best stunts and fight choreography? Well, we didn't have any fight choreography. Well, there was a fight. I didn't get that clip, unfortunately. But we did get some choreography.
Hey, you guys, you gotta let me in. First, you gotta do the truffle shuffle.
That's choreography.
And quite the stunt as well, sir.
Yes. But if you want to see some stunts,
Oh my God. Was that from the director's cut?
that's from the director's cut. Hold on. Yeah, they blew up. That's what happened there.
Yeah. It was a weirdly different movie after that.
That's weird.
And also in Goonies, Sloth. I was gonna get the clip, but it's so tiny to talk about. Sloth fights his brothers at the end, and then
That's some choreography. So who had the best choreography in stunts?
I gotta go Goonies. Stunts, I mean, for sure. At least they've got, as unbelievable as it is, they've got Data shooting the teeth thing, and he's you know, like all kind of, and he swings from a zip. Data actually did most of the stunts, which makes it.
You also have Sloth going down the sail with the knife.
Yeah.
But you also have Wesley Crusher jumping the fence, and them jumping off the train tracks. Other than that, there's
Jump
not
the
a lot
fence.
of choreography.
Jump the fence.
All right, we'll give it to Goonies. What do you guys think? Goonies. There you go. Angie says Goonies. And Jedi Master EJ says Goonies. Bobby says Goonies. Everybody says Goonies. We can't argue with that. It's the overwhelming. Now we got to officially have a tie. So you guys, y'all can quit doing giving charity points to Goonies, guys.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
All right. So what else we got?
I got $5 in my pocket. Yeah.
How about
Gonna spend it on a weather balloon.
what? Who
Who had
had
the best barf story?
This might be a screw up. Let's see here real quick.
The octopus was Boy Scout.
Yep, that's it.
Was boy dangerous.
That is a mess up. Who had the best barf scene?
I mixed up all his fake puke at home, and then I went to this movie theater, climbed up to the balcony, and then I made a noise like this. And then I dumped it over the side. All the people started getting sick and throwing up all over each other.
Or
Kids barfed on their parents. A fat lady barfed in her purse. The Donnelly twins barfed on each other. And the women's auxiliary barfed all over the Benevolent Order of Antelopes.
are you kidding? Best barf scene. There's no contest.
Wait. I thought we agreed the question was best barf story. Best barf scene, Stand By Me wins.
Yeah,
But Chunks was true. Chunk
Yeah, but-
really did that.
but Stand By Me was a story that Will Wheaton made up. That was the best barf story.
That's the point. He made it up. Chunks
Doesn't
was
matter.
a real thing.
Hold on.
Chunk really did that. He went to the
Look.
movies and dumped a bunch of fake barf.
Best
I
barf
know
scene? It says
you're
who
cheap.
had the barf scene, and that's supposed to say best. Hold on.
See, now you're just even cheating even more. You're just like, who had the barf scene? Well, Stand By Me points. Fair enough. Clink wins. Predator. But Najee says Stand By Me as well. However, Chunks was real. He actually did that. He went to the movies and dumped fake puke on people and made the noise. It's Stand By Me. Okay, I can't fight this one.
You can't because I have a.
Just quit. No, yeah, because you're.
Who had the best barf scene or even a story inside of a scene? Hold on.
And actually, Bobby has a good point. Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam Elliott always wins. So Stand By Me. If you say barf anything, there's no contest. Stand By Me wins. There's no contest. Who has the best barf? Stand By Me. That's like you can just stop at barf. You had me at barf. All right.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Sir. Well said.
Yeah, 6-5. Stand By Me. Barf winning. The bigger plot hole is what that was supposed to say, not barf. And the plot hole was this. And I'm going to give this to you because I couldn't find a hole on Goonies, but we're going to say who had the bigger plot hole and then play this video.
The octopus was very scary. Yeah, it was very dangerous. The scariest thing.
What is that? What is that about, Curtis?
So, if you notice at the end of the movie, Data says the news is interviewing them, and they're like, the octopus was very dangerous, blah 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 blah, and he goes on about this octopus. Well, Chunks wasn't made up according to movie logic. Like they're about to cut his hand off. Like he wasn't making that up. So he talked about this whole octopus scene, and it was cut from the film. Like there was supposed to be a big scene where after they get knocked off the pirate ship, they fight this giant octopus, and apparently, because I looked it up afterwards because it just stuck in my head, I was like, "What octopus? What the hell is this guy talking about?" And there's this whole octopus scene. They filmed it. It's an extra scene, and they were like, "The octopus doesn't look good," and they just cut it. Now, before we get into that, there's a whole bunch of plot holes with Goonies. Okay. First of all, they have all those pipes that they push on under the, rich people's houses and stuff like that. And then their country club. Like if somebody had to install those pipes, so they knew that the cave system existed. So why didn't they find the treasure before that? Like
Is that your
when they're
plot
like,
hole?
hey. No, I'm saying the octopus is the biggest one because I was like, what the hell is he talking about? But
Or he could just be a liar and just be spouting off a bunch of nonsense to the reporters.
Yes, I mean maybe Data's just a horrible person. Maybe.
Another thing too is they're in a cave doing they probably remembered Popeye with Robin Williams having an octopus and being like, you know what, if they'd filmed if my memory serves me correct, that would look exactly like Popeye from what that movie looked like in that water with that ship. And I think that,
just cut that scene because all I was thinking was like, I want to see the Goonies fight an octopus. That's all I was thinking afterwards. Like I was like,
I don't want to feel the wrath of Kenny Powers. Or Kenny Powers. Why did I say that? It's because I just looked at John Matuzak and I thought he looked like Kenny Powers. Yeah, the wrath of Robin Williams. So we're gonna skip past this subject. But go ahead. What do you got?
I do want to say, plot hole wise for Stand By Me, it's not really a plot hole, but just like an unfinished thing. Like if they're making Ace to be out this big ass bad guy, you pull a gun on him and he's like, we're gonna do this later, and then they never bring it up again. It never appears again. Ace doesn't get any kind of vengeance that we know of. Like it just drops off the map. To me, that was kind of like,
That's because
Like,
the movie ended.
Well, but he talks about his friend dying in the future. Like he can be like, Ace attacked us several times years later. Blah blah blah. You know what? Like, come on. It like it's just silly to me. Like he's like, this isn't over. You like straight up come up the big bully in your whole town of 1,200 people or whatever, and with a gun.
Also, if you'll
So
think
it's
about
not-
if you remember, or if you think about it, like Ace might not have been that badass of a kid. This is coming from the recollection of a child, of an
agree.
11-year-old. So everything is larger than life when you're a kid, and he's writing the story. So he's writing him to be a super badass, but he might have just been a normal bully and not a actual person that would come back and kill you. So, just saying.
Maybe,
From
but
your
but again, it just like it. What and it's not really a plot hole. It's just like
Yeah.
I mean, Goonies wins. They're bigger, much bigger plot holes than Goonies.
Well, we're gonna call the octopus thing a trivia because there's no really points to be had for that, and we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is who had the best line or most quotable line.
Mm-hmm. You ready for this?
Are you ready for this? All right, here we go. We got Stand By Me has this.
Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood.
That's pretty good. And then Goonies has 3 quotes we're going to throw in here.
Go join your friends, you wiggles.
That's pretty good.
Look, I got a baby Ruth, sir.
Stand pardons. And now, final crowning touch to this cake. Take a bite.
It's the most amazing thing I ever saw.
More amazing than the time Michael Jackson came over to your house to use the bathroom.
Okay, Brand. Michael Jackson didn't come over to my house to use the bathroom, but his sister did.
That's pretty good. I think the two contenders are
Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood.
but as far as I'm concerned, this is the winner.
Go join your friends, you wiggles.
There you go.
There's nothing more quotable. There's nothing more quotable than "Hey, you guys." That's the winner right there.
I after we watched it, I yelled it at my kids whenever I was picking them up from school, and they were just all smiles. I can't wait till they're like in high school or middle school, and I pick them up, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys!" And they're like, "Oh my god, Dad! Oh god!" But my favorite. It's not the best, but my favorite is, okay, Michael Jackson didn't use the bathroom at my house, but his sister did.
That's pretty good. And Dave says, "Hey, you guys want to go see a dead body?" That's a pretty good one too. All right, I think Goonies wins this one
for sure, because I could have put 50 more quotes in there. Jerk alert.
Jerk alert.
Yeah, they say that like every 10 minutes in that movie.
All right. Man, it's 6 on 6.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a pretty lopsided start, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. So what else we got in here? Okay, best car chase. You ready for this? Best car chase. Who had the best car chase or best explosion is the full question. And we got Stand By Me over here with this. That's a good one. Now, then we got Goonies has this.
Oh my God! The world, sugar!
What? How did that happen again?
That's one of the deleted scenes.
That
but,
explosion keeps coming back.
You know, no, you know, that's what they do in Hollywood. That was,
Armageddon, or was that the other one? Yeah.
that's the other one. She doesn't even remember the name. It was the other one.
The other
And
one.
yeah, DJ, we're all tied up.
And honestly, that wasn't even a chase. Either one of those weren't chases. So sorry, I'm reading the comments.
looking
It's
at EJ.
distracting. Yeah. That wasn't even really the best chase. So who's got the best car scene out of that? Are we gonna go with we're gonna go with this? I had to shorten this clip a lot so I didn't get a copyright issue, but
Oh my God!
yeah. Poor Thanos.
Man,
good.
Thanos.
So good.
Mel brings up a good point. Spontaneous human combustion is a real thing.
Yes.
It's not laughable. And I will say, at bare minimum, Goonies, the whole predicate of the movie, what started with a car chase. I didn't get that clip.
Yeah, that clip
because
it was good.
It wasn't as exciting.
That's
because-
actually the only actual car chase. So we're gonna give it to Goonies.
Yeah.
Yep, that gets points for Goonies. All right, points for Goonies. Now we're really gonna start to get good. We got so many good
Yeah,
clips.
this is where the science kicks in.
Yeah, we get through all the mundane questions like who are the best characters? I don't know. You know, who was the was most in keeping with this original version of the story? I don't know. Now we're getting nuts. So we're gonna get back to chase scenes. So the actual cart, see, this one isn't like doesn't apply because Goonies automatically wins that. They're the only ones with the real chase scene. But who had the best chase scene? Well, the whole movie of Goonies is pretty much a chase scene if you think about it. And then you had
Point.
then you had this. They're getting chased by a train. Yeah, and then you also have this chase.
Now he said Sick'em Boy, but what I heard was Chopper Sick Balls.
He's getting chased. That's a chase scene right there. Those are chase scenes, you know?
So, yeah, those are straight up like getting chased by a train and or a dog is a true chase scene. I got to give it to you. You're fair enough.
So, but then again, Goonies, the entire movie is a chase scene.
Very much.
They're
so.
being chased by the bad guys. Oh, look, we have Chloe. Chloe's joining us today.
Chloe, sick balls.
Chloe, who do you pick for the best chase scene? Yeah? Which one? Which movie's got a better chase scene? Yeah? Is it Goonies or Stand By Me? Is it Goonies or Stand By Me? Yeah?
She's like, they're both.
Oh! All right. Okay, time for you to get down. Shit. All right. So
Chloe wins.
yeah. Let's see here. So who gets the best chase scene? We're gonna leave this one up to the chat. We got Goonies is a chase scene, and then EJ says EJ says that Chloe said Goonies. That's a she. That is Chloe. Chloe the inside dog. So that's one vote for Goonies. Is that we get one more Goonies vote? Goonies gets a point. Goonies is a chase scene, and Stand By Me has chase scenes. Goonies, boom. Goonies wins a point.
All right. 1, 2,
Let's-
3. Don't call it a comeback. All right, but don't get too proud, Goonies.
Yeah, don't get too excited, Goonies, with your dominance. All right.
Oh, mignon.
So now, best car chase scene, best chase scene. This is a good one. Best kiss. Now we have Goonies.
Wrong way, lover boy. It's this way.
And then we had this. Whoa, what happened? That's super weird. I lost my clip. Hold on. Oh, bummer. Hold on just a second. Hold on, gang. Don't get too excited. I got this. I got this. Hold on.
We got this together.
Yeah. Hold on. Boom.
All right. So
Keep talking, Curtis, because I got to get this.
Natchez says Goonies for sure. Braces kiss. Dave says you need to do No Country for Old Men versus Fargo. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Mel says describe it. EJ says wait for it. The
Just keep. Or I'm gonna put.
the
I have to find this. Keep talking while I find this.
I
This
I
thing.
can do that. Yep. So this guy walks into a bar, and he's, just kind of a shy guy, and he says, he walks into a bar. He hadn't been there before. He walks into a bar, and he sees this. There's this giant. There's a tank, a freaking tank in a bar, and he's like, oh my god, And he's sitting down there. He sits down at the bar. He's kind of a shy guy, and the bartender sees him looking at the tank, and he's like, "You want to know, you want to know about the tank?" The guy's like, "Nah, it's okay, it's okay, man. I don't care about the tank." And bartender gives him a drink, and he has a drink. And he's kind of looking at the tank again, And bartender's like, "You want? I'll tell you about the tank, man." He's like, "Well, what's the deal with the tank?" He's like, "It's a bet that we do."
We're getting yawns, dude. You got to get to the punchline. Chris Clink's yawning.
He doesn't understand comedy.
All right.
So, so he says, yeah, what's the deal with the tank? And he's like, all right, well, it's just a little bet we have. You got to throw $200 in there if you want to get in on the bet. And he's like, all right. So the guy's really shy, and he's like, that's okay. This bartender notices this guy's into it. He's like, all right, keep pushing drinks on this guy, and pushes a few more drinks on him. The guy looks over the tank and he's like, all right, what's the bet, man? What's the bet? And he says, well, all right, the first thing is you got to go in that room and you got to fight the guy in that room. You got to win. And he's like, all right. And he's like, it's the biggest guy you ever seen, trained in anything you ever want to see. And he's like, oh, God. Okay. And so he says, I'm done here. Never mind. I'm not going to worry about it. So bartender keeps pushing drinks on him. Push. And the guy says, gets a little more drunk. And he's like, all right, well, what's the second part of the bet? And he's like, well, you got to go in that room. And there's a rabid Rottweiler in there. And you got to go in there and you got to pull all of his teeth out. And he's like, oh, God. Never mind. Okay, I'm done. Forget it. I'm not. No. And so the bartender's like, all right, this guy's getting kind of drunk already. He's a real shy guy, real whatever. And bartender keeps pushing drinks on him. And a little while later, he's like, what's the third part of the bet? And he's like, all right, in the third room, there's a lady in there. Claims to be 100. All right, never mind.
Keep
Moving
it going.
on. No, that's okay. Google it if you want the punchline. No, go ahead.
Best kiss. What? This is it right here. There it is. Best kiss.
Really?
That was it. There was no kiss in Stand By Me. So we're gonna see Iggy Pop make out. That's the best
So
kiss.
you
That was
did
it.
all that just to kick me while I'm down. You did all of
dude.
that. Keep talking. All right,
To
shut
keep
the fuck
talking
up.
just for a
Here's
second.
that
I didn't know.
clip
I didn't know you were gonna read the Book of Psalms. That was a joke. So what's the punchline?
No, we're not. No. I'll wait till you fuck up again. How about that?
All right, let's see here. Let's see here. How about which one? Well, who had the best ending? Who had the best ending?
Okay. Well,
Poor Curtis. I feel bad I didn't let you finish telling that joke.
you don't have to feel bad. It's okay. It's okay. Goonies was like all the parents were. They're so opposite. Goonies, all the parents were there. Oh my gosh, you okay? Blah 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 blah. And then Stand By Me. These kids come home. There's no parents around. They've been gone for 2 days, and it's just like, all right, man. Well, I'll see you at school. You know, like the middle school starts tomorrow. They're highly different endings.
Yeah, and
But,
he's like, that was the best time and the best friends I've ever had.
yeah, exactly.
It's
And
over.
he's like,
you
I
know?
don't even. Yeah, I never even saw these other kids half the time. But Angie says the Goonies, they kept their house. They did get to keep their house.
Yeah, that's true.
There were-
Goonies
and
for the
honest-
win.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there were no consequences if they didn't get to see the body. So, yeah, okay, Goonies.
I
Yeah,
think
okay.
I think we'll give it to Goonies. I think those were some really not expensive looking jewels, though. I'll say that. They're like,
I will-
look,
and-
we got my marble sack full of jewels. I'm like, that looks like some like a broken chandelier. That does not
Right.
look like you found anything.
And you've got like 400-year-old like colored glass. You know, like doesn't-
Yeah.
you know,
It's like,
or
cool.
or the English government takes it away because like this was our original property. Like there are treasure hunters where that's happened to. They find the treasure and then the other country's like, this is technically our property. Like there's no finders keepers in real life. Like,
What happened to the bartender? Chris Klink asks. I don't know what that means.
we'll have to wait. You just want to hear the end of the joke, but
Oh,
we're not doing that. No.
um,
Moving on.
All
Moving
right.
on.
Which movie is more realistic?
Well,
I think that's an easy point for Stand By Me.
yeah, we got to go Stand By Me on that one.
Yep, me too. Coming back with a vengeance.
Robble me and Burgle Schmergle used to go on pirate treasure hunts a lot when we were kids.
Me and Rob L. Robble. His name is Robble. We used
No, it
to
was Lost in Boston.
We used to
Remember?
eat burgers all the time. Robble. Rob L. Robble. Let's see. How about which movie is a better cheer you up movie?
Come on.
I would have to say
Come on.
Goonies. Goonies is going to cheer you up a lot. So I don't even think that needs
No, we can defend Stand By Me. So when I want to go look at a dead body, and a dead kid's body, whenever I'm in the mood for that, like, I mean, I need something like a pep talk.
Goonies. Let's see here. This is this is what we call the lightning round.
Your face is
Which
lightning.
one? Your face is a lightning round. Which one is the better date movie?
This is a tough one though.
This is a tough one because, I mean, one of them is intense, and, you know, you got a dead body and a bully, and you got a sad kid with a leech on his sack, and his friend, like, comforting him and pulling him in, and they're very loving, like the friends, you know what I mean? Like young boys and stuff. They're all, like, hugging each other and stuff, and I was like, yeah, but it's like a really heartfelt story, and I think you could really get, like, your date really feeling sorry for, like, the boys and all the hardships and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But then also with Goonies, it's just fun, and, you know, like,
For
you
sure.
can maybe make some jokes like, hey, if you kissed my little brother, would you know it was me? I don't know. What do you think? Which, I don't have a little brother, so that's not weird.
I can't go down that rabbit hole. But like, I mean, I'm probably gonna go Goonies. So wifey enjoyed Goonies more. I was too young to take a girl to see Goonies, or Stand by Me, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go Goonies because it's just more.
It's more fun.
There is somewhat of a love
Yeah.
story. There's and unless you're gonna be like, be like after the movie, be like, you want to go see a dead body, then like go see Stand by Me.
Yeah,
you know?
we're going Goonies. And yes, Dave, that's what I'm drinking. Let's see here. Points. We need to get another point for Goonies. Goonies is cleaning house. Cleaning house. Bam. Let's see here.
Dave's on a date now. Don't leave. Just get your date in the chat, Dave.
That's right.
This is the perfect date. Don't take her to see a movie. Take her to see this.
Okay, which movie doesn't or won't hold up?
I think this is a tie. I think both these movies hold up.
I think they're
very
both timeless. Both these movies
Yeah.
are timeless.
I watched Goonies with my kids. They loved it. I mean, Stand by Me still holds up to this day to me.
Yeah, and they're both, what are these, like 40-year-old movies? They're like, and they still hold up.
Pretty
Like,
much, almost, yeah. Almost.
Yeah. So we're gonna just skip this one. How about this? Which movie should have been better, but something went wrong somewhere? Oh, how about Goonies? Goonies should have been better, but they cut that octopus scene.
Yeah, like that really bugs me. Like, I want to see that fucking octopus scene now. Like if they would have cut the clip of him saying that, like it doesn't make any sense why they would leave that in. Like all I'm thinking now is like I want to see the Goonies fighting an octopus. Like, and even if it was bad, I want to fix it. But it doesn't.
So that's the only negative. There's nothing like that on in Stand by Me. So I think Goonies wins the negative point.
Well, fair enough. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you got for what do you got for Stand by Me? Stand by Me. Both of them are.
I was gonna say that
masterpieces.
I was gonna say the ace thing again, but honestly, like whenever I got done with Goonies, I was like googling octopus scene Goonies,
Bobby
literally.
doubled down what I just said. I was just throwing it out there. Bobby nailed the coffin.
Yeah.
So sorry, Goonies, you lost a point.
Like, just cut the scene where he's talking about the octopus, and nobody would have ever known it existed.
it would have been perfect. It's okay. Goonies has plenty of points to lose. Bam. So we got 3-7 against 7 against 10. So Goonies is even with losing that point, they're still in the lead.
No worries.
Yeah. How about this one? Which movie would Ethan Hawke prefer? Well, I think I'd have to go with Stand By Me. Yeah.
And why would you go with Stand By Me, Mr. Hawk?
Because it's written by Stephen King, and it's just I feel like I should have been in this. I should have written this movie.
So wouldn't that make you want to feel against it more?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your
All I
lips,
know
like,
is that I
your
want to
lips
walk.
look a little chapped, Mr. Hawk. Your lips are a little chapped there. There you go. That's better. So
Stand by
if
me. Yeah, I think I should have been in that movie. Yep. But I was busy doing Gattaca. I could have played Kiefer Sutherland's part. I could have been a bully. I used to beat people up. I could have done this.
did you ever stick a cigarette in a kid's eye?
I'll stick a cigarette in your eye, you son of a.
Mr. Hawk
Wow. Okay, Ethan, you need to tone it down, pal.
That guy goes from 0 to nuclear like that.
Dude,
Like,
you never know what Ethan's gonna do. It's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. That got weird. All right, on to new things. Which one is the best Christmas movie?
I'm not watching Stand By Me on Christmas, so Goonies.
I'm not watching Goonies on Christmas.
All right.
So fucking there you go, pal. Which
Come
one?
gather round,
Which
children.
one, gang? Which movie
Let
is
us watch.
the better Christmas movie?
On Christmas, you wake up and you go under the tree and you get treasure. In Goonies, they wake up, they go under the ground and get treasure.
And find a dead body.
They both find dead bodies, which again makes me say this is the same story. They just switched to some stuff.
Everyone says Goonies, so Goonies gets the point.
Oh, Bobby says Goonies Christmas. That should be the
That
theme
should
this
be
year.
that actually
Everybody,
should be
Goonies
a movie.
Christmas.
Stand by me, Christmas. They unwrap a dead body.
And then Kiefer Sutherland comes to their house and sticks a cigarette in their eye.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. Okay, how about this? Which movie made you want to get karate lessons? Stand by me, so I can beat up. I could
whoop,
beat up.
Yeah,
Whoop Kiefer Sutherland's ass. If I was a 10-year-old and I knew some taekwondo or maybe some
No, that's
ground
not the
some
question.
gra-
No, you're that. it's
ground karate.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'd do some ground karate and whoop his ass. We'll get Natchet to show me some ground karate and
karate.
Some Gracie
Or
ground
some ninjutsu.
karate. Ninjutsu is what ninjas know.
Karate ninjas.
No. Ninjutsu. It's not karatitsu. Let's see here. Which movie made you hungrier? And to throw my argument.
And before Bill Travis knew it, he was covered with 5 pies worth of used blueberries.
And then we got Goonies hungrier.
Look at the feast I got. You want to eat it? Here, have some. Look at the feast I got. You want to eat it? Here, have some.
Yeah, which movie made you hungrier?
To be
This?
fair,
And before Bill Travis knew it, he was covered with 5 pies worth of used blueberries.
To be fair.
I mean, that clip says it all. To be fair, the Fratellis had a whole freezer full of ice cream.
Oh, that is true. With a dead body.
Yeah, true. Dead body ice cream, but they also had Rocky Road.
Yeah, we got Angie saying dead body with the ice cream, and then we also got Baby Ruth's.
Yeah, or you could get you a Baby Ruth.
And Jedi Master EJ's not hungry after barf, but you could ignore the barf, focus on the Baby Ruths.
Yeah,
I say we
Focus
give
on
it
their weird meat marshmallow things that they bought or whatever it is that they were cooking over the fire. What the hell was that? The butcher was like chopping it up, and then they show him over like cooking it over the fire, and it falls off his stick.
Quit,
What the hell?
quit, dude, quit fantasizing about meat marshmallows. Let's get on
They
with
had
this.
like Stand By Me had meat mellows.
Meat mellows
Meat
is
mellows?
that's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
And
Okay.
Angie, Baby Ruth ice cream. It should be a thing. That's $1 million idea. Hashtag copyright Angie.
Meat,
Okay, go get your money.
meat, no, meat mellow ice cream. It's on. How about this?
Well,
What?
yeah, copyright. Boom.
Who had a more tragic life? Here's my video to back that my argument up. There's nothing more tragic than leeches on your balls. Period. I don't even have a Goonies clip for that because I don't think there's anything that can argue that. What do you think?
There was nothing. This scene was kind of the most terrifying thing in the history of the world as a young boy. Like, especially when it's like, again, you're watching this as a young boy and you're like, oh, look at them. They're like smoking and they're cussing and they're talking shit about each other. Oh, it's so great. And then that scene happens. You're like,
I don't want to live in
God.
yeah, I don't want to live in Stand By Me anymore. I wanted to live that, not anymore.
Yeah.
Stand By Me. Sorry. Yeah, don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry.
It's just how it is.
That's the way love goes, babe.
There we go. Another point for Stand By Me. Dude, our points are overlapping now. This is getting exciting.
Your points are overlapping.
Whatever. Best Corey. Oh, that's the next one. Best Corey performance. Who had the best Corey Feldman role? Here we go. Let's see.
You call my dad a loony again, and I'll kill you. I'm gonna rip your head off and shut down your neck! No! I'm gonna kill him!
Oh, that is choice. That is absolutely cosmopolitan. But then we have this.
Clark, can you translate?
Si no hace buen trabajo. Será encerrada aquí con las cucarachas por 2 semanas sin agua y sin comida.
Okay, Rosie? Okay? You're going to be very happy here. Come on, Clark, we've got much more to do. You're so fluent.
Both are magic. Both of those are fucking amazing. Yeah, him and there's more clips. I don't have them loaded of him going around doing the Spanish translations that are hilarious.
But
which one is a better role for Corey Feldman? Which one do you think?
It just made me think, watching both of these movies and then thinking about Lost Boys, thinking about Jason or Friday the 13th 4, I think it's 4. Like, he was on top of the world, and he was legit acting in these movies. You know, he was a young, it's Stand By Me. Stand By Me wins. Okay, but like, he was legit acting, like he was being a straight up actor in these movies. And then he and Corey Haim went on with all these puff pieces, and like their career went down the drain. And it makes sense, you know, they grow up, kids, you know, teenage girls don't care about him anymore. But it's like, what the hell? Like, he was acting his ass off in Stand By Me,
especially
in
in
Goonies as well. Yeah, Goonies as well. But like, yeah, and Stand By Me, like, he looked like that weird troubled kid. Like, it was like, he's my friend, but I'm gonna run from him if I see the look. You know, like,
I've seen some pictures of my older brother Brett, who you met. We did a show with him one time. When he was a kid, he looked like Corey Feldman in Stand By Me. He had the same hair and glasses and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go Stand By Me for that. Like, he's a troubled kid. His dad burned his ear, and he's troubled, and he's trying to be fun and all that. But like, especially that guy I only have a short version of that clip because you know, I can only play clips so long. But like, you know, he's like, say it again, and the guy's like, loony, 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 and he loses his mind. You know, he's defending his dad, even though even though his dad, you know,
that was an abusive
scarred
asshole.
him.
Yeah.
And the question is not which one is a more endearing role, but still, I think that as far as better role for Corey, which one he do better at? Um, I'm gonna definitely go with Stand by Me.
Yeah, and it like I said, it just amazes me. Like so I would think that he's still a good actor, maybe not, but like it just he got caught up in all the hubbub, but like he was, I mean, like you look at all of his, and even Lost Boys, we've done Lost Boys and stuff like that. He was good. Like he was just a good kid actor, and I think it's all that fame stuff, and he's like, I don't have to be good anymore. I'm famous, but like, I mean,
He got caught up in doing
waiting
the
for
moonwalk. He was doing
baby.
so much Michael Jackson dancing.
I'm waiting for Feldman to come back and win an Oscar. It's gonna happen, guys. Just get ready.
How about this? Best love story. Best love story. Well, on Stand By Me, we have
easy.
Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits.
Yeah.
Or the comb.
Best love story.
Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits.
Best love story.
Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits.
Or from Goonies, we have
You're gonna live with me now. Because I love you.
I love you.
Oh man.
Oh, I love you, Sloth.
Oh boy, that's real love right there.
Indeed, it is.
And then
I didn't bring this up in.
Oh wait, what is that clip doing in here? That doesn't belong in here. That's from last week. What? Oh, that's weird.
I might have labeled it wrong too, but Vernon his comb I wanted to put as best love story, but
I'm gonna have to definitely pick Sloth over the Sloth Chunk relationship over Mayor Vernon barfed on his wife's tits. I think that's a little bit better.
I wanted to point that out in Blood Holes as well.
And did you say in buttholes? That's not. That's. Did you say plot holes?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
It's fairly obvious that Chunk did not speak to his parents about basically letting a full-grown special superhuman live with him at home. So I would have liked to see that conversation occur. Like
he just decided this is happening.
Yes,
Mom and Dad. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, this is.
You brought me pizza, and therefore this is Sloth. He will be my big brother from now on. His other parents decided to lock him up. That's not the best solution. However, whatever our solution is, we'll see.
Which movie deserves a sequel?
I want to see Richard Dreyfuss write that article.
I want to see old Kiefer Sutherland come back and kill Richard Dreyfuss.
Actually, that would
Stand By Me too. Which movie deserves a sequel?
Grave. So there are rumors that a Goonies sequel may occur. Like so there were first rumors that a reboot was going to happen, and actually on Disney Plus fairly soon, I think next year, a Goonies show is going to happen. It's going to be, from what I read, a shot by shot reshoot. Basically retelling of the Goonies with new
Is it
characters.
a reboot, or is like Short Round going to be in it? And like Josh Brolin and Corey Feldman.
No.
They're all going to be in it.
No, it's
this is a reboot. We're not talking about reboots. We're talking about a sequel.
I'm just saying, like giving context. Can I not give context?
Sure.
Yeah. So they were going to do that, and apparently that is occurring. So
it is. They're doing a Goonies too.
No, Goonies. There's a
Goonies
reboot thing on Disney Plus as a show. But apparently there is a lot of talk of a Goonies sequel.
I'm laughing at this. Stood by me. The sequel. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a lot of talk of a Goonies sequel as them growing up. Apparently, the guy who wrote the Goldbergs show had written a show, a script for Goonies 2 with all the same characters, and presented it to Richard Donner before he died, and he was on board with it to some degree. I'm not somewhat on board with it, and then he died. So some of the actors are like, he's dead, we don't want to do it, and then some of the actors are kind of like, all right, well, let's do it again, with like a Ghostbusters Afterlife kind of feel.
Right. Are you still talking about a reboot or a sequel?
No. Now I'm talking about the sequel.
Okay.
Like, if you had listened to my joke earlier, then you'd be completely.
I would totally know. Well, Data just came back into acting. He had been retired for a long time, and he's back. So
right, and he killed it.
So is this supposed to? Is it supposed to happen?
It's still up in the air. Like they don't know what they're gonna do. But I would honestly, with the way movies are going, like I would bet on it. Like it's probably going to occur. As long as they don't screw it up, everybody's gonna be happy with it. But
because to me, that sounds like an Adam Sandler movie where all the grown up dudes go to Hawaii on some adventure, and you know what I mean, like an excuse for like. I can't even remember what that movie was, but you know which one I'm talking about, right?
You're talking about Grown Ups?
Yeah, that's what Goonies sequel sounds like. Grown Ups to me, like, hey, we're back. Maybe they'd have to go and their kids. Yeah. They'd go and have like a guys' night out or something, and they'd all bring their kids and families, and then their kids, while they're out drinking beer and bowling or whatever, then their kids end up wandering into a cave or something, and then
no. What happens is their kids are like inside playing video games all day, and they're like, "That's not how you be kids. Let's go show them." And then all the dads go out and get stuck in this fucking hole.
Then they fight
they go dive down a well, and they all get stuck, and then the kids have to like call the cops to come pull them out of the well.
And then they fight a giant octopus that was supposed to be in the first one.
And then they fight the octopus.
There it is.
Sold. I'm gonna be there. I want to see him fight the fucking octopus.
All right. We're starting to run low on questions. Here's a fun one. Which movie made your butt pucker more?
That's gotta go Stand By Me.
I was gonna say Goonies. Okay, guys in the chat,
you don't want to leech in your butthole?
Oh yeah, but I was just thinking about when Sloth was getting the food and in that room, that made my butt pucker. I don't know about you.
Sloth. I don't want to leech in my butthole. So
Angie, which one makes your butt pucker? That's the question.
Your butthole is like the warmest part of your body. Leeches are going to go there.
Yes, and this is a scientific grading process for these movies.
Yes.
Mel's favorite question. Yes, Goonies. Stand By Me. The Train. Oh yeah.
Oh, the train too.
Now we gotta.
Imagine if they were running from that train and somebody was throwing leeches at them.
Yep.
Like,
okay.
I mean, it'd just be insane.
Stand By Me wins. We got more than one. This is Mel's favorite question. Which one makes your butthole pucker? All right. Stand By Me still making a comeback. Guys, there is hope for Stand By Me. It's close. It's close.
Damn it, Dave.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Holy crap, we gotta get this together.
12 to 13?
Yeah. No, it's 11 to 13.
11 to 13.
Pretty close. This is a close one. Which movie made who did you relate to more?
Oh, that's a good one.
This is a good one.
I mean, now as an adult, I got to go Stand By Me, but as a kid,
it's tough. Like I want to say Stand By Me, but I had a lot of adventures that felt like Goonies as a kid.
Right.
Like we would
That's
wander around in the neighborhood and get into wild, crazy stuff, and it was a lot more Goonies esque. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Stand By Me was a period piece, so it was like, you know, it was meant to make you feel like, oh, this isn't you, this is them. So yeah, I gotta go Goonies on this one. Yeah, like any time we went on an adventure, it was like, wow, we're fucking Goonies.
Dude, and we also like one of my best friends, Jeremy. He lived right next to this canal, and
Jeremy Schmeremy.
No, it's a different guy. And we used to wander around down, and like we had these canals with pipes that went across the canal, and we crossed the pipes and get into all kinds of crazy trouble. Not really, but like we had throwing knives, and I don't know. We had a lot of fun as a kid. But it felt way more like Goonies. It was a lot more fantasy than reality. It was like we would like go on adventures.
We had these big again, you know, I grew up on the coast, and so hurricanes come, so there's these huge drainage systems, and if there's not a hurricane or something, like they're just sitting there dry, and we were running like all over the city, like, you know, not in Houston, but in the small town that I was in, like all over the city under these freaking things, and it was like we'd pop our heads up, and it's like, oh, like we're in front of this store, and like you go running around, like it was just like, yeah, it was like Goonies, like it was like, but everybody's saying Stand By Me.
Yeah, but not really. You and I said Goonies
for sure as a kid,
and
EJ's got our back. Andy
also
says,
EJ's.
yeah.
So we got 3 Goonies, and then we got 3 Stand By Me. So we're tied. So we need one more vote. Which one do you relate to more from your childhood? Did your childhood feel more like Goonies or more like Stand By Me? If you've already. Yeah, he already said that. So we need a new person to vote.
Well, Angie said Goonies. She said Dave doesn't count.
But I don't know if she was talking about.
This
she might have been talking
question.
about the butt pucker. Angie, please clarify. Were you talking about your butthole puckering, or were you talking about your childhood being more like Goonies? Or Natchet says Goonies. Mel says Goonies. Okay, it's Goonies. Goonies won this one. Poor Stand By Me, man.
Welcome, Poopsie. Goonies 100%.
Yeah, when I love both movies, I really want them. I really want them to. I really want them to just to be close all the way. I don't like landslides. Sure. You know what I mean?
This is pretty damn close. No, this is
it's
pretty close.
Good. Yeah, but I love both movies a lot.
I love Angie, who says childhood ass.
Let's see here. Just going back to see if I skipped one.
EJ says, if you had a Stand By Me childhood, I'm sorry.
We already did. Oh yeah, totally. We already did this one, so ignore that. Ignore that one.
Good job tonight.
Nope, we already did that. Thanks, man. We got like one more question. I think.
Dave says, I don't count. I was alive in the 50s.
All right, this is the last question, guys. If you were on a flight and they only had one movie because you were on Condor Airlines and they don't have a lot of selection and you were flying, I'm just kidding. If you were on a flight and you only had you could only watch one movie, what movie would it be? Which of the two? Would you watch Goonies or Stand By Me? Oh boy. That is a tough one. Goonies or Stand By Me? Just to keep it fair, Goonies is an hour and 54 minutes. Stand By Me is an hour and a half.
To be honest, we got a lot of Goonies out there. I've seen Goonies a lot more than I've seen Stand By Me. I rewatched it again for the first time in a long time, and I kind of want to watch. I'd be fine. I'd be really happy watching Stand By Me again, just to see some more stuff that I missed. Goonies, like it's probably once a year I watch Goonies. So I on a flight I would watch Stand by Me.
I want to agree with you. I would pick Stand By Me too. I've seen something about Sloth. Even though I love Sloth, those scenes disturb me. Of them throwing food at him when he's chained up.
No, I
A
agree.
little bit disturbing, and like Stand By Me, I like the camaraderie and the. There's a lot of even though there's a lot of crazy weird stuff going on. There's a lot of love there, so I'm gonna pick Stand By Me.
One of the things that's beautiful is my kids watching Stand By Me, or not. Well, they didn't watch Stand By with me. It's weird because I watched Stand By Me at their age, probably like 7 or 8, and now I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna let my kids watch this, but like that my kids watching Goonies, they were like, they're just so mean to him just because he's ugly. Like he's so nice, and
Your
I didn't
kids
think
said
about that. I was like, yeah, and me watching it, I was like, chain up Sloth. There you go, big, and they're like, they're just mean to him because he's ugly. Like, and I was like, yeah, I was like, you're right, kids. Like,
Let's
the
see.
world that we're building is going to be great. It's not there yet, but it's going to be great, guys.
Yeah. I want to be happy on a flight. I could sleep. Goonies had some loud parts to wake me up. Yeah, the train. Yeah. Plus the vomit scene on the plane would be pretty hilarious if you could get the whole plane thrown up. Clint, no, I don't know what no was in reference to. They played Castaway on a plane when I went to Europe one time. That's hilarious. Oh, not the movie to play. Yeah. My vote is Stand By Me also.
Yeah, it sucks. when
Shut
people
up,
are mean
Dave.
to people because they're ugly. Because I'm ugly. I misread your quote.
So,
Sorry.
which that's Dave with
I don't know.
with the self-defecating humor. Wait, did I say that right? Self-defecating. With
Jets fighting is pretty good.
yeah, I'm saying Stand By Me. Picking Stand By Me.
Yeah. Just because I mean honestly I hadn't seen it in forever and I've noticed a lot of great things and
Yeah.
I kind of I'd be fine watching it again tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah, and EJ is like no to Clint picking Stand By Me. I don't know. I just said that in third person.
But this is the last question and we're gonna give the point to Stand By Me.
Yeah, Stand By Me because they earned it and they lost anyway. So
yeah,
suck it. So, all right, let's see here. Oh,
if you haven't not seen either of these movies, go and watch these two the best of the 80s that the 80s has to offer.
Definitely, dude. These are some of the best. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pies for Stand By Me because of the pie eating contest. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pirate flags because they find pirate treasure, which makes the winner, the champion and winner of this Goonies. Yeah. Woohoo!
Reach
man.
it, Angie.
Yeah, that was exciting. What a fun show. And we had a good crowd tonight in the chat.
Indeed.
Tonight. We had a great crowd. Thanks guys for hanging out with us. Man. What do we got here? Goonies for the win exactly. Hey-oh. They don't make movies like that anymore. Those are two great movies.
And they won't. That's the thing, they won't. They're not going to show kids doing stuff like that.
Yeah, Karate Kid, Goonies, Back to the Future all came out that year. A lot of good movies that year.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, so what are we doing next week?
Next week, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Clint.
I will.
But to close out the summer.
You're wrong.
Close out the summer. We need a good summer throwdown. So next week, to start off Sharktember, is Jaws versus Sharknado.
Yes, Jaws versus Sharknado, one of the greatest movies of all time versus the highest grossing movie of all time.
Highest grossing franchise of all time. If you did not know, Sharknado is now the most successful franchise of all time.
Dude, that's some bullshit.
Look it up.
That's
Look it
not
up.
real. That's Alexa
Well,
facts. That's not real, dude. That's not real life.
I have 3 to 4 articles, but it's because they've made so much money, and the movies cost like $1.5 million to make. So they've made more money than any other movie. Like, you're comparing them to Marvel, and Marvel is like $300 million to make a movie. They make $1 billion. It's like, okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Do your homework, Mel.
Dave is like, Jaws, period. Curtis today, I have a text message from Curtis earlier. He's like, we're going to piss some Jaws fans off because they're very protective of their Jaws. Yes, we're going to have a good time with this. This is going to be fun. Jaws versus Sharknado. Fuck
right.
yeah.
The one-time king of sharks versus the current king of sharks.
Dave, he sent me an article. I tried to tell you about this earlier today, but I'm pretty sure it's false. It's fake news. I'm pretty sure this is fake news.
They don't put fake news on the internet. Come on.
They don't. I'm pretty sure it's fake news. But yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like a snakes on a plane kind of like running gag where they're like because it's like such a low box office, they're like, yeah, the highest grossing, they're creating an internet joke out of it, like snakes on a plane.
It's not highest grossing. It's highest net. Because Marvel's made way more money than them, but the amount they paid out
it's probably got to be worded.
$200 million.
It's got to be worded in a way of like the highest return percentage or something to where it's like, yeah, we made.
Yeah. Because they spent $2 million a movie and then worldwide, like people are going nuts for Sharknado worldwide. Like what here? Like nobody saw Sharknado in theaters in America, but other countries they're like, oh my God, Sharknado!
Guys, it's happening. Sharknado. And who's gonna win? Jaws, one of the greatest movies ever made, or Sharknado, one of the greatest movies ever made. That's right. Tune in next week to me and Curtis right here on Clint Likes Everything for another episode of Versus. Again, I want to thank all of our patrons who've backed us up on Patreon and all of our friends tuning in every week. We really appreciate you guys being here. This is a fun time for us on Friday nights, and it's getting more and more fun. We're starting to do clips and other stuff. We're starting to have a lot of fun with this. And we've always had fun, but it's getting really fun. So thank you guys again. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Share this video or any of our videos, and we're going to be here next week, guys. So be sure and tune in next week.
Homework.
We will see you.
Still on the. Oh, you mother.
That's Curtis's salute. I'll do that.